attorney that Stormy Daniels, really, because of Stormy Daniels, he pounced on the scene. And man, I mean, let's be honest. Michael Avenatti is a pretty smooth talking attorney, lawyer. And in the last, and listen, Michael Avenatti had a lot of energy when he came out, and Stormy Daniels, porn star Stormy Daniels, hired him. Hey, Chupacabra, how are you? Stormy Daniels had hired Michael Avenatti because Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, had basically paid her for her silence. Amazingly, the Republican nominee, Donald Trump, ran for office and unbelievably managed to secure not only the Republican nomination for the Republican Party, but became president of the United States, the only president that has ever been impeached, not once, but twice. Scandals plagued Donald Trump throughout his entire presidency. Never have we seen someone manage to get elected like the way that it happened with Donald Trump. Even still to this day, it's that whole election process with Donald Trump and him being able to actually secure the presidency of the United States. All right. It's pretty amazing, to say the least. There's been a lot of documentaries written about this. But listen, Michael Avenatti, the strong-faced lawyer for Stormy Daniels, who came on the scene, was touting basically like he became like Donald Trump's nemesis almost. He represented Stormy Daniels in U.S. federal court. He secured a settlement for her, but he stole nearly $300,000. And it wasn't even just the Stormy Daniels settlement. He's recently, he was sentenced and is currently serving time for, they call it like a bribe scheme against Nike, the company Nike. And it just, I don't know, guys. I sort of have always wondered, Donald Trump is a powerful man. He's got a lot of people in a lot of places. And I think that the moment he went against Donald Trump so publicly, the way that he did, it sort of makes one wonder if there was, a little other underhandedness going on. But regardless, District Judge Jesse Furman has said that Mr. Michael Avenatti's conduct was so brazen and egregious that he took advantage of a vulnerable victim, given her unorthodox career and somewhat unorthodox beliefs. But again, it wasn't just the $300,000 from Stormy Daniels. There's like 4 or 5 other well-documented schemes in which Michael Avenatti managed to pocket money doing just scammy type stuff, right? Hey, Miss B. I was rooting for him too. And listen, I love an underdog story. And even the attorney that used to represent Donald Trump, the personal attorney, the fixer, he's spent some time in prison behind Donald Trump, came out, wrote a few books out there on the speaking circuit. I think Mr. Avenatti will bounce back from this. He's essentially been sentenced to 4 years in prison for stealing the nearly $300,000 from Stormy Daniels. Now, listen, Avenatti, lawyer, attorney, okay, Esquire, Michael Avenatti Esquire was convicted in February of one count of wire fraud and one count of aggravated identity theft. He had actually faced as much as 20 years on the wire fraud charge and a mandatory 2-year sentence for the aggravated identity theft. Michael Avenatti is currently serving a 30-month prison sentence for attempting to extort over $20 million from Nike by threatening to go public with damaging information unless they paid him. Now, Michael Avenatti is also going on trial next month in California on charges alleging that he embezzled $10 million in settlement funds from at least 5 clients. He's also been charged with tax fraud, bankruptcy fraud, and he's pled not guilty to those charges. Now, part of this sentence that Michael Avenatti got, this 4-year sentence, it will be served alongside his Nike sentence, so concurrently. So essentially at this point, based off his current sentences on both of these cases, Michael Avenatti will have to serve an additional 2.5 years after he completes the sentence for the Nike situation. And Michael Avenatti has also been ordered to pay $148,750 back to Stormy Daniels. And check this out. And $297,900 to the United States of America. Yes, Chupacabra, Michael Cohen. Hello, TRG. So isn't that kind of crazy, though? He's convicted of stealing nearly $300,000 from her, but he's ordered to pay her back $148,750, right? $148K. But he's got to pay the United States government damn near $300K more than what he was ordered to pay Stormy Daniels back. But hey, Michael Avenatti came out at this sentence dressed in a beige prison outfit. His ankles were shackled, and he did become emotional when he addressed the judge. And this is what he said. Michael Avenatti said, quote, "I have destroyed my career, my relationships, and my reputation, and have done collateral damage to my family and my life." He also argued that there is no doubt I made a series of mistakes and exercised poor judgment. However, the district judge, said it's tragic, it's sad, sorry case, that noting that Michael Avenatti is quite smart and has formidable legal skills. What changed? Nobody knows the answer to that question but Mr. Avenatti. But at some point, Mr. Avenatti's healthy ambition turned into blind ambition. And the apology letter that Michael Avenatti had sent to Stormy Daniels was just too little too late. He is a very prominent attorney. Michael Avenatti, especially after the Donald Trump situation, could have very well set himself up pretty good, especially like in the Washington, D.C. area. He is known for having pretty groovy, so to speak, lawyering skills, right? But needless to say, this dramatic turn for Mr. Avenatti, okay, what was it, back in 2016, right? It was right before the election in 2016 when Stormy Daniels had went public with the allegations that Donald Trump had paid her $130,000 of hush money. Hush money, baby. Wow, man. And Michael Avenatti even helped Stormy Daniels ink an $800,000 book deal. Okay, she slept with the former president and she got an $800,000 book deal. But prosecutors say that Michael Avenatti stole nearly $300,000 of the advance of that book deal and fabricated a letter purportedly from Stormy Daniels, and redirected the payments from the book publisher to an account under Michael Avenatti's control. Now, Michael Avenatti even represented himself. He fired his court-appointed attorneys midway through the trial. Prosecutors, they had called 10 witnesses, including Stormy. And they testified that Avenatti lied to her and betrayed her. And Michael Avenatti attacked Stormy Daniels' credibility during the cross-examination. He questioned her about her belief in the paranormal, and he suggested that he was entitled to take a portion of her book advance for work he had done, even though it was not in their written contract. Michael Avenatti, during the trial, he did not testify, and he did not call any witnesses in his defense. Now, last month, Mr. Avenatti had wrote an apology letter to Stormy Daniels, which he did provide to the judge, in which he said that it is obvious that I failed you in many respects and that I disappointed you and let you down in multiple ways. I wish that we could turn back the clock so that the mistakes I made would never be repeated. I am truly sorry. Stunning downfall, to say the least. But listen, there's been a statement that's come out, and the statement has said that Michael Avenatti is very distraught by this additional 4-year sentence. He's distraught about his inability to practice law. And he said that once Avenatti completes this total sentence, including the sentence from Nike and the Stormy Daniels case, he hopes that he will be able to have a significant impact on the community. You know, I really don't think that this is the end of the road for Michael Avenatti. I really don't. I think Michael Avenatti will bounce back just fine. Well, looky there, Ramona. Hello, it's good to see you. Hey, Gloria, how are you? But needless to say, one more trial. Okay. Right now, Michael Avenatti is at the FCI Terminal Island in California. And that's where he will continue to serve out the rest of his Nike sentence. He had been taken to the Metropolitan Detention Center in New York for today's sentencing, but he will be transported back to California for the upcoming trial next month. So we'll see what happens, but it is a stunning downfall. It really is. Amazing. And hope that, when Michael Avenatti gets out of there, hopefully he'll just move on with his life, right? Anyway, guys, I will be back up here later on. Turn your notifications on, guys. Until next time.